Hello everyone, and thank you all for attending today's management meeting. The purpose of today's presentation is to present to you all the most salient points from our detailed report covering the objectives of the new HR/people management function, which you all have been presented with, as well as our suggestion for the name of the new personnel/HR department, which we believe will leave employees of DeliverEd satisfied. Throughout this presentation, we will be covering several elements of the human resource management strategies which DeliverEd have implemented in previous years. With this in mind, we have analysed the specifics of the case of our business and have viable options for the organisation to consider, which we believe will help grow the business both locally and internationally. Our team have analysed the basic concepts of human resource management, and we believe this terminology is one which is outdated. With this in mind, numerous alternatives have been considered, and with our recommendation, we feel it would be wise for DeliverEd to oversee the closure of the Human Resource Management Department and introduce both staff and the public to the newly founded concept of employee development management. The rationale behind the suggestion to rename the department comes from analysis of our employees who feel the business is exploiting their work without being fairly compensated. The new terminology, employee development management, shows employees that the business has listened to their concerns and is planning a future within the firm to ensure all employees, regardless of skill, have the opportunity to develop in a professional and personal manner. Throughout our thorough analysis, we found employees have become disgruntled with the current system in place, and with the perception of organisational justice already being established, it may be beneficial to close the system which our employees have perceived to be unfair. By implementing this new name, our hope for DeliverEd will be an increase in morale throughout the organisation at the prospect of the new strategies and systems which have been established, affording employees at all stages of their careers the ability to further develop themselves and their skills will be crucial to regaining the morale within the workforce. Our research has given us the ability to define and outline the purpose and objectives of the HR/people management function within DeliverEd. Our purpose for the new employee development management function within DeliverEd is for it to fulfill the purpose of human resource management that is outlined by Armstrong 2016, which is an integrated and coherent approach to the employment, development and well-being of people working in the organisation. We believe this approach to employment, development and well-being of workers is vital for DeliverEd to succeed in the future, as it has been noted that this is a serious issue within our organisation regarding these factors. In relation to an integrated and coherent approach to employment within the organisation, we would firstly look to combat the issue of poor employee retention. Employee retention of quality staff, including line managers and general operatives, has been noted as an issue because of a relatively chaotic state of personal policies and practices. We believe this is an area employee development management function would improve through a more evenly distributed workload among staff, which is talked about in more detail in our report. When looking to implement an integrated and coherent approach to employment within the organisation, the employee development management function within DeliverEd would also aim to eliminate the favouritism bias towards our talented employees that many workers feel exists within DeliverEd. An example of combating this favouritism would be that all employees would be made aware of promotions and opportunities within our organisation at the same time, not just those who are favoured by upper management. To improve the well-being of workers, we will look to implement an open and safe environment for staff to voice issues within the organisation, just like the one within this meeting. We believe this is necessary because we have found that employees feel unable to offer their input and that there is a lack of formal channels to express their discontent. Our objectives for the employee development management function relate to the goals of HRM stated by Armstrong 2016, which are covered in more detail within our report. To save time, I'll cover one of these goals, which is the creation of a positive employment relationship between all levels of staff. We believe this to be an area of great importance for the employee development management function to address, as when doing research for our report, we found that the general workforce feel like their efforts are not being fully rewarded. Additionally, when complaints have been made in the past to upper management, they have been put down to a lack of loyalty and team ethos. These are not factors that are associated with a positive employment relationship between all levels of staff. When investigating the traditionalist unitarist approach, a people management approach that has been adopted by DeliverEd, we identified two standout weaknesses that exist within our organisation as a direct result of adopting the approach, which are non-existent relationships with trade unions and our poor dealings with workplace conflict between workers and management. Traditionalist unitarist approaches to management are noted to have little sympathy for trade unions, according to Fox 1966. Management may view trade unions as invaders of a private realm. The fact that we don't recognise trade unions may lead to issues down the line of employees feeling like their voices are not being heard. Although we support the idea of direct forms of communication from employees to managers, it has been noted that some members of management have found it difficult to make time for this one-to-one communication because of rapid growth within DeliverEd. We believe that if DeliverEd were to recognise trade unions, employees' opinions and criticisms may have a better chance of reaching management than they do now, which will increase morale. Additionally, by adopting a unitarist people management approach, we've left ourselves susceptible to poor dealings with workplace conflict between workers and management. Fox 1966 states that a unitarist environment views conflict as the work of agitators inciting the supine majority. We should no longer view employee complaints as a lack of loyalty like some managers do within this organisation. To succeed in the future, we will need to take on board constructive criticism by employees and make them feel as if they are being listened to, reduce turnover rates and reduce low morale. The overall goal of the employee development management function within DeliverEd is to realign business goals and employees' expectations by moving away from our traditionalist or hard HRM style of unitarist management to human relation or soft HRM style of unitarist management. By distancing ourselves from the autocratic style of management and moving towards more cooperative employee climate that is based on sophisticated employee management practices such as increased training for staff and helping to expand their talents and work capabilities. Employee expectations of the way DeliverEd treats and views them will change along with our business goals, which will aim to upskill more than just our most talented employees, which will increase the overall morale, productiveness and skill of our staff. There are several urgent issues that we need to prioritise and tackle to help regain employee cooperation. The first matter should be the reward management system we have in place in DeliverEd. Many of the workers in this company have a low productivity rate because they feel like their efforts are not recognised. If we could address the issue as soon as possible, it would lead to an increase in work engagement as employees will aim to achieve bonuses which are agreed by both management and employees to be achievable. The second challenge that should be prioritised is the promotion problem in the workplace. Many of the employees feel like they are being exploited, which makes them not want to be promoted because of the increase in responsibilities compared to their co-workers. This means that we as management need to focus on tackling the distributive and procedural justice within DeliverEd, as this will result in a more even distribution of workload among employees, resulting in employees not feeling under pressure and stressed. Additionally, we must make sure that there is no workplace bias towards certain employees, ensuring employees are treated equally. Finally, we must correct the lack of development opportunities for our employees. There is an absence of training which leads to low-level workers not being fully fulfilled by their work. As trade unions are not recognised in this company, the workers do not have a voice to express their discontent regarding any issues in the workplace. There needs to be a collective agreement for equal opportunities for employees to ensure that all employees have equal development opportunities. In conclusion, we hope that you all have enjoyed our presentation, and we hope we have put forward a strong case for our proposed employee development management function within DeliverEd. Thank you all for your time, and we'd be happy to answer any questions that you have relating to the presentation and any topics discussed through it.